The quarterback's not a position, you know. It's got to be kind of who you are in your DNA.
Look out, 4-5 speed.
That goes back to how Sean was raised, not only personally, but how he was raised in the sport, you know, at his high school.
I went to St. Xavier High School. St. X football is something that is well known, well talked about. Its legacy, you know, goes way past my time there. Greats have come out of St. Xavier, Luke Kuechly being one of them.
I don't know that we've ever had a two-time captain. So Sean, in my tenure, Sean's the only player I've ever had that was a two-time captain his junior year and his senior year. That speaks volumes.
I was going week to week playing nationally ranked teams, so it translates to Penn State a little bit, just having our schedule so difficult.
When you go up from high school to college, he played in some big-time games in high school, probably more than most. But even those are just a fraction of the exposure you get when you come to a place like Penn State. I do think that him being able to sit and watch for a few years here and be in those environments, that has helped.
First and goal at the 2, attacking the south end zone to our right. McSorley back. He throws in the end zone. Touchdown! Penn State! And a Trace we trust.
Trace was a guy that was a backup quarterback as a red shirt. There was a lot of excitement about him. He was in a quarterback battle, and then obviously went on for 3 years and had a lot of success. Sean was one of the quarterbacks that was behind him, learning, watching, taking notes, studying.
I was able to see, especially in practice, just kind of the standard he holds himself to. How he always wanted to be making the perfect throw and making the perfect read all the time. He would always be driven and be mad at himself if things weren't working out.
In the spring, Trace moving on, we had a competition. We had an older guy, and he decided to move on. And Sean, he approached it the entire time as if he already was the starting quarterback, and I think that that was important.
Tommy Stevens announced that he was going to be transferring officially.
After that happened, you know, Cliff stood up in front of the offensive meeting and the whole team meeting.
I could just feel that people were a little uneasy about the whole situation.
And just said, you know, I'm not gonna let you guys down.
There's gonna be no drop off no matter what.
I'm gonna do everything I can possible just to help this team, contribute to this team so we can win a national championship. And those probably were the exact words that he said.
I think he stepped up at the right time and voiced his opinion, and he said it with conviction, and the whole room applauded, and we've been rolling ever since.
I'm one of the most, if not the most confident quarterbacks in the country, because I know that each day I come in with a plan, so there's no reason to worry. I just go back to my training and feel out the rest.
And as he throws for the end zone, oh boy, wound up on KJ HAMLER.
Let's go. How do you get the show? Keep it rolling. Hey, you getting on the run? Yeah, I had to. I got stopped up a little bit. I know you did. I'll wait till every single time for that touchdown. Let's go. That's the first of many. Yeah, for sure.
KJ and I have known each other for a very long time now. And I think it was 8th grade that we first met at like a rivals camp.
I caught one ball from him, and for the rest of the day, I just wanted him to be my quarterback. So every time Cliff went up, I went up. Every like rivals camp or Nike Spark camp we went to, we always hit each other up and like, hey, you going to this one, you going to this one. Basically, it was like a tag team deal from day one.
I was committed a lot of the time when I was talking to KJ, especially at these national camps. So it was more of like a recruiting type deal. I always knew the talent that KJ had. I thought he was very underrated in high school. Everybody's seeing it now that him being one of the best, if not the best wide receivers in the country. I was just more pushing him toward Penn State.
You always like to get a quarterback early because then they can kind of recruit the rest of the class. Sean's good at that, you know. I mean, he's good at getting people to buy into the vision that he has.
Sean was hitting me up a lot, probably 3 times a week. At the point, Sean was making edits for me, like to come to Penn State and stuff of that nature. So, you know, I really wasn't paying him no mind at first, but at the end of the day, I think Sean was probably one of the best QBs I can go with.
Long throw to the end zone. HAMLER, touchdown.
Me and Sean been doing this for a while now, and just finally, you know, we doing it on the field in front of 107,000 fans. It's kind of crazy to think about it, but, you know, because at the end of the day, I never thought I would be here.
To see everything kind of come full circle from not knowing if he was going to even come to Penn State to now being, you know, what I think is one of the best duos in college football. I think that it's really paying off now.